don't need to discuss much. Just drop off the key and get yourself free. She said, it grieves me so to see you in such pain. I wish there was something I could do to make you smile again. I said, I appreciate that. And would you please explain about the 50 ways? She said, why don't we both just sleep on it tonight? And I believe in the morning you begin to see the light. And then she kissed me, and I realized she probably was right. There must be 50 ways to leave your lover. 50 ways to leave your lover. You just slip out the back, Jack. Make a new plan, Stan. You don't need to be coy, Roy. Just get yourself free. Or you hop on the bus, Gus. You don't need to discuss much. Just drop off the key, Lee, and get yourself free. Slip out the back, Jack. Make a new plan, Stan. You don't need to be coy, Roy. You just listen to me. Hop on the bus, Gus. You don't need to discuss much. Just drop off the key, Lee, and get yourself free.
I can see her lying back in her satin dress, in a room where you do what you don't confess. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. She's been looking like a queen in a sailor's dream, and she don't always say what she really means. Sometimes I think it's a shame when I get feeling better when I'm feeling no pain. Sometimes I think it's a shame when I get feeling better when I'm feeling no pain. I can picture every move that a man could make. Getting lost in her loving is your first mistake. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. Sometimes I think it's a sin when I feel like I'm winning when I'm losing again.
Hi, everybody. Can everyone hear me? Can't hear me? You hear me now? No? Great.
I can see her looking fast in her faded jeans. She's a hard-loving woman, got me feeling mean. Sometimes I think it's a shame when I get feeling better when I'm feeling no pain. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. Sometimes I think it's a sin when I feel
Hi, everyone. Can everyone hear me now? Perfect. Too loud, right? We're just going to be a couple more minutes. We're waiting on a few more students. There are 2 students that are just getting here. So we'll be a couple of more minutes before we get started. So I just wanted to let everybody know. Okay.
And I'm laying out my winter clothes and wishing I was gone, going home, where the New York City winters are bleeding me, leading me, going home. In the clearing stands a boxer and a fighter by his trade, and he carries the reminders of every glove that laid him down or cut him till he cried out in his anger and his shame, I am leaving, but the fighter still remains. Lie, la, lie. Lie, la, 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 lie, la, lie. Lie, la, lie. Lie, la, 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 lie, la, lie. La, 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 lie. Lie, la, 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 lie, la, lie. Lie, la, lie. Lie, la, 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 lie.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can everyone hear me, first of all? Okay, just going to do a few housekeeping tasks before we get started. We're waiting on a couple of students. They should be here in a minute. They're in the cab on the way. So good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Keyin College graduation ceremony for the Steve Mill campus, class of 2026. Okay. My name is Andre Perrier, and I'll be your master of ceremonies for this afternoon's celebration. Before we begin, just a few housekeeping notes. Please take a moment to silence your cell phones. Okay. We ask that everyone remain in their seats once the graduates begin their procession, and so that every name and every family can see and celebrate. Washrooms are located at the back of the building on the right side as you're going out through the doors. Excuse me. Photography and video are welcome throughout the ceremony. We simply ask that you remain in the aisles only briefly so that other guests can enjoy the unobstructed view, especially in terms of the diplomas as well as the awards a little bit later on and the initial procession. The other thing, a hot supper will follow immediately after the ceremony on the lower level of the Santa Maria Club. So the nice thing is we celebrate the ceremony here. We'll just go downstairs and the supper will be ready at probably around 3:15 or so. The bar will remain closed for the ceremony, but will open before the supper for water or pop or anything. So if anybody wants to get water or get pop or something, Bob will open the bar. So the next part went into the new celebration, but we're just waiting. What'll happen in the next little bit, again, we're going to call all the graduates to come in and sit up front. I'll ask that the graduates, when they do come in, remain standing until all graduates are up front. So we'll have a progression down through the middle here. So I'm just waiting on the thumbs up here. Get you to play a little bit of music, Joey, while we're waiting. All right, and now it's time to welcome our graduates. I ask that you please hold your applause until all graduates for each program have been seated so that we can smoothly move through the processional line, okay? So we can start. Yep. From the Information Systems Specialist Program, Chad Keogh. Business Administration Program, Paula French. Accounting and Payroll Administrator, Susan Fitzpatrick. Accounting, Payroll, and Business Administration, David Morris. Child and Youth Care Worker with Addiction Support, Crystal Barron. Child and Youth Care Worker with Addiction Support, Brooklyn Barter. Child and Youth Care Worker with Addiction Support, Haley Hobbs. Child and Youth Care Worker with Addiction Support, Elena Gesso. Child and Youth Care Worker with Addiction Support, Kelsey Moyles. Child and Youth Care Worker with Addiction Support, Rose Young. Personal Care Attendant, Cohort 63, Ikiola and Yanwu. Personal Care Attendant, Cohort 63, International PCA, Michelle Fleming. Personal Care Attendant, Cohort 63, Cynthia Uwuzu Libu. Personal Care Attendant, Cohort 63, Pretty. Personal Care Attendant, Cohort 63, Jorika Pandey. Personal care attendant, cohort 63, Vanessa Batchel. Personal care attendant, cohort 64, Vivian Akitawa. Personal care attendant, cohort 64, Cynthia Opinachi. Personal care attendant, cohort 64, Benedicta Ononogu. Personal care attendant, cohort 64, Adejoke Olatinwa. Personal care attendant, cohort 64, Amy Roses. Personal care attendant, cohort 64, Abigail Fleming. If I could have all the graduates stand up for a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, your class, your Keyin College class of 2026. Before we begin today's ceremony, I would like to acknowledge the land on which we gather. We acknowledge that the land on which we gather is a traditional territory of the Mi'kmaq people. The Mi'kmaq have lived, hunted, fished, and cared for this land for thousands of years, and their deep connection to this land continues to this day. We honor the Mi'kmaq people's rich cultural heritage and their ongoing relationship with the land, and all living beings that inhabit this place. Good afternoon, everyone. It's my absolute pleasure and honor to welcome you all to the Keyin College graduation ceremony for the Steve campus, class of 2026. Today, we gather to celebrate an important milestone, a culmination of years of dedication, perseverance, growth, and hard work. To the graduates, you've earned this moment. You've met challenges head-on, navigated late nights, tight deadlines, practical exams, and perhaps a few moments of doubt. But through it all, you kept going, and today you stand here ready to begin the next chapter. Look around you for a moment. In this room sits future healthcare professionals, business leaders, technology professionals, and community support workers. Each of you walked a different path to get here, carrying different stories, different responsibilities, and different reasons for starting this journey in the first place. Some of you balance coursework with full-time jobs. Some of you raised children while studying late into the night. Some of you moved across the country or across the world to be here today. Whatever your path looked like, you arrived at the very same place, this stage, this moment, this achievement, and that's where it's celebrating. So give yourselves a round of applause. To your families, friends, instructors, and mentors, thank you. Your support has made a world of difference. Behind every successful student is a network of people who cheered them on, believed in them, and never let them give up. You were there for the early morning drives, the late or last-minute quizzing before exams, the phone calls after a hard day of placement, and the quiet encouragement that kept our graduates moving forward even when the finish line felt a long ways away. This day belongs to you too. I also want to take a moment to recognize the instructors and staff of Keyin College. Teaching is more than delivering a curriculum. It's mentorship, patience, and an unwavering belief in your students' potential, even on the days they don't quite believe in themselves. To every instructor in this room, thank you for shaping not just skilled graduates, but confident, capable professionals ready to make a real difference. Keyin College has always stood for practical learning, innovation, and community. And this graduating class embodies those values more than ever. Whether you're moving into healthcare, technology, business, or community support work, we know you'll continue to carry the Keyin spirit with you wherever you go. You are joining a province-wide network of Keyin graduates who are already out there in workplaces and communities across Newfoundland and Labrador, putting their training to work every single day. So let's take this time to reflect, to celebrate, and most importantly, to look ahead with hope and confidence. The world needs skilled, passionate, and resilient professionals. And luckily, we've got a room full of them right here. Whatever comes next for each of you, a new job, further study, move to a new community, or simply a well-earned rest, know that you carry with you the skills, the discipline, and the character it took to reach this stage. Once again, welcome and congratulations, class of 2026. Let's make this a day to remember. So before we continue, I would like to mention that today's ceremony is just one of several graduation ceremonies or celebrations taking place across Keyin College in this summer. Some of our graduates joining us in Steve will share this milestone with classmates who celebrated in Grand Falls, Windsor a couple of weeks ago on July 3rd, and others who will celebrate in the St. John's ceremony later this month. Okay? Wherever our graduates call home, we are proud to celebrate every one of them across the province. So it's now my pleasure to invite Blair Connolly. Blair is Vice President of Business Development and Strategic Partnerships, to bring greetings to our graduates on behalf of Keyin College. Please join me in welcoming Blair.
Well, before I begin, I want a round of applause for Andre. I thought, Andre, that was incredible, by the way, and great job on some of the names, because they are sometimes challenging. I think, Andre, hats off, you did incredible. So, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. And before I begin, this is truly the best part of my job. It is. It genuinely is to come and celebrate graduation day with everybody. It is the best part of what we do. So we truly hope you have an amazing day. So before I say anything, let's all just take a moment and just take this in. A brand new campus officially open, a first ever graduating class, and a room so full of joy and pride. You can truly feel it in the air. Families, friends, special guests, faculty, and staff, thank you for all being here today, and especially to our graduates. All of this beautiful energy in here today is all about you. I will admit I am not Jennifer Dinh. Jennifer is the president of Keyin College, and no one in the room knows that more than me. However, Jen has poured so much of herself into this college, and she sends her dearest regards and regrets that she can't be with you today. So hopefully I will do a decent job in Jen's stead. I also wish to pass on from the co-owners of Keyin, Craig Tucker and Steve Taylor, their dearest congratulations to you all. I had the pleasure, I was at the campus back in May for its grand opening, and I remember many of your faces. And it was a very proud day for everybody, and a very proud day for Stephenville. But not just for Stephenville, but for the whole province. What stuck with me was what the campus truly means for this region, and all the great things that lie ahead. For a long time, if you wanted a certain kind of future, sometimes you had to leave the West Coast to find it. Our new campus says proudly that that is no longer true. And this is our first graduating class is just the beginning of what it will mean to this coast for decades to come. There is something about the West Coast, maybe it's the wind, the water, maybe it's just the people who have little patience for nonsense. Hold on to that toughness, because there's something that isn't written in your diploma. And sadly, the world doesn't owe us anything. Things can change on a dime, a job, a diagnosis, an economy, and I know that better than I'd like to. So some years back, life handed me a series of challenges, both professional and health related. One right after another, right in the middle of a professional fight, I was diagnosed with severe lupus, and I fought through that. Shortly after, I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and I continue to beat that. And I do not say that for sympathy. That is absolutely not why I say that. I'm sharing this with you so you believe what I say, and that you can overcome anything that you set your mind to. And every time life has tested me, 4 things have consistently carried me through. And I like to call these the core 4: body, being, balance, and business. And credit where credit is due, that is not mine. I read a series of books on Wake Up Warrior, but I've truly aimed to live by these principles. Difficult sometimes, but always worth the fight. And today, I would like to share those with you. Body. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's your health. It's your physical well-being. It's the gift that God gave you. I'm closing in on 50 right now, and I can tell you plainly, nothing else in your life holds up if you let your body slide. There was always an extra 10 minutes to put your body first, and I didn't always take advantage of that. But I know clearly now that I should have. Make it your priority, not someday, today, now. Because this breaks down and everything else if this breaks down, everything else can tend to crumble. Second is your being. And by being, I mean your sense of purpose. Living your life on purpose, with purpose and for purpose. This has nothing to do with religion, just the awareness that everything you do should mean something. Bring the best version of yourself in whatever you do. That is truly your being at work. And it's what makes you memorable, employable, and honestly powerful. Next is balance. It's your people, it's your friends, your family, the ones who actually show up for you. In a world that never stops selling you the next thing to chase, it is dangerously easy to let those relationships slide. Don't do that. Don't allow that to happen. Keep your circle close, be present when the moment calls for it, and invest in experiences over things. That is what sticks. And finally, business. That is essentially your money game or your career or your craft. Here's what took me a long time to learn. When your body and your being and your balance are in harmony, your business tends to land right where it's supposed to. When they are not, friction is inevitable. Do your best to keep them in harmony. And while we're on the subject of doing the work, there's a quote that has stuck with me for years. and I'd like to share that with you today, and it's very simple. Sometimes the magic you seek is often in the work that we avoid. And let that settle in for a second. Most of us know exactly what we want, and if we're honest, we usually know the work it's going to take to get there. But it is so easy and all too common to let other things get in the way of the work sitting right in front of us, the work that holds that magic. So when your soul is pulling you in a direction, I encourage you to follow it. Don't avoid or dismiss the work that deep down you know you have to do and you need to do. And everywhere possible, enjoy the process. That is the magic. And one more lesson, if I may, and this is one from my role at Keyin in strategic partnerships and throughout my career. The partnerships that change everything rarely started with an ask. They typically began with someone giving, when giving was not required or expected. So give first. Be kind, be generous, give when nobody is keeping score. And I assure you, doors will open that you never knew existed. And one final thing I wish to leave you with, and how any of this turns out is less to do with your circumstances, but rather what you choose to focus on. Do not let other people's limiting beliefs write your story. You are the architect of your life. Whatever is in the past, the mistakes, the setbacks, that doesn't get a vote in what comes next. Take the lesson, leave the rest behind. And you don't have to take my word for this. In a few minutes, you're going to hear from your valedictorian, Mr. Chad Keogh. And I certainly won't tell Chad's story, that is Chad's to tell. But I will say this, if you want living proof that a setback doesn't get a vote in what comes next, that courage, commitment, perseverance can carry a person through what most of us cannot imagine. And you're about to hear that from the man himself. Because here's the truth. Your time in this program is coming to a close, but your story remains unwritten. And you decide what goes on those pages. Be bold, be brave, and be true to yourself. And when the big choices come, and they will, to play it safe or take a chance, picture yourself as at 85, rocking away in a chair, looking back on the moment that lays before you, and ask yourself if that 85-year-old is proud of the decision I'm about to make. And if the answer is yes, be that person. And that's exactly what this college aims to do. Not deliver you just a diploma, but build people who can walk into any room, anywhere in this province and beyond, and more than hold your own. The class is comprised of programs across the board: information system specialist, personal care attendant, domestic and international, business administration, accounting and payroll, and child and youth care. Different paths, different schedules, same result. You've all finished, you're here, you've done it, and you should be so very proud. And a special word, if I may, to our international students. Many of you graduating today from personal care attendant program. You didn't just sign up for a program, you signed up for a new country, a new culture, a new coast. And let's be honest, Newfoundland weather, it's not the best. You bet on yourselves, and that is courage of a different order. Stephenville is richer for it. And the work you've trained for, caring for people when they need it the most, isn't just a career, it's a calling, and this province needs you. Wherever life takes you next, you will always have a home on this coast, and that is for everybody. To the entire graduating class, you didn't do this alone, and we all know that. Families, friends, partners, kids, the neighbor who fed the dog when you couldn't do an exam. Let's give that support crew a round of applause because your achievement belongs to them as well. And to our faculty and staff, the wonderfully talented and passionate team, you're the reason this place works and thrives. You've taught, you've mentored, and you've surely talked more than one of these graduates off the ledge before a deadline. Please, if you would, stand up and accept the thanks that you have so deeply earned. So before I go, I look around this room one more time. Years from now, someone will stand at this podium and tell a new class of graduates about the ones who came first, the class that walked the halls of a brand new campus, when the paint was still fresh and proved what it could be. That is you. That is this group. So again, be bold, give more than you take, hold on to people who are close to you, and make that 85-year-old in a rocking chair proud. Because the West Coast has raised you, this college has made you ready, and the rest of the story is yours to write. To the class of 2026, right here in Stephenville, congratulations to you all.
Just a little taller than me. Thank you, Blair, for those kind words. Our next speaker knows firsthand what it takes to reach this stage today. Please join me in welcoming this year's valedictorian, graduating from the Information Systems Specialist Program, Chad Keogh, who will bring greetings on behalf of the class of 2026. Chad?
Good afternoon. My name is Chad Keogh. 3 years ago, looking at where I was then, I honestly shouldn't be standing here today. Most people look at the world as a finished product. They see the screen, a keyboard, and the result. I used to be one of those people. I thought if I knew how to take the hardware apart, I knew everything there was to know about the machine. Then, in 2023, my own hardware failed. A motorcycle accident left me with severe spinal injuries, requiring 7 surgeries and a structural overhaul, including a fused ankle with 5 titanium screws and a complex array of plates and rods holding my pelvis together. For 60 days, I was a system running in safe mode. Barely enough function to keep the core processes alive. Transitioning from a wheelchair to a walker, and then a cane, and eventually proving the doctors wrong by walking on my own. That process, as brutal as it was, taught me the most important lesson of my life. Survival isn't about knowing how things work. It's about the stubborn refusal to accept that your story ends in a crash. My life crashed just like a server with a corrupt OS. Suddenly, all of the core processes I relied on were offline, and I had to learn how to rebuild the system from scratch. Before I go any further, I want to acknowledge why we're all here. To the faculty, thank you for creating an environment that pushes us to do our best and wants to see us succeed in our studies. To our families, you are the real support system behind our success, watching us study late into the night, offering encouragement when we are frustrated. And to my fellow graduates, we started our studies 2 years ago, some of us less, some of us more. Look around this room, we made it. I came to Keyin during my accident recovery and thought I was here to learn about networking and security. I was wrong. What I learned is that a system, once crashed, doesn't stay down unless you choose to leave it there. I knew it'd be hard. I just didn't know it'd be this hard. I came here to show my son and my twin daughters that their father doesn't quit. To show them resilience and how to pick yourself up after a setback in life and keep going. During those months, my life was a series of audits, but not the kind you learn about in the classroom. Every morning was a brutal, physical audit of my own hardware. I'd lie there and I'd run a manual diagnostic. Can I move my toes? Can I engage my core? Can I shift my weight to stand? If those basic commands failed, the entire system stayed offline. I wasn't just trying to pass a test. I was fighting to keep the machine alive. Those tiny, agonizing successes were the only data points that mattered, and they were the only reason I found the strength to face the day. In the classroom, I had instructors like Eric Sams, who understood what professional integrity looked like. Eric never once treated me like I was less than because of my situation. He didn't offer pity, he offered challenges. He treated me like a professional, demanded that I met the same standards as everyone else, and showed me what a true mentor looks like. The relationship we've built is one that will last a lifetime, and these are exactly the type of connection that Keyin College fosters. But while Eric helped me build the professional version of myself, there is one person who saved the man underneath the hardware. I need to acknowledge my wife, Krista. You are the heartbeat of my recovery and the best partner I could ask for in the fight of my life. For 3 years, you are the constant in a world of uncertainty. Through every one of those 7 surgeries, you brought my world to me in that hospital room. You showed up every single day with our children, ensuring I never felt alone. You were my driver, my advocate, and my partner for every grueling appointment. When I was trapped in pain and I couldn't see a path forward, you saw it for me. You kept your head held high, never wavering, and refused to let me surrender. Krista, thank you for being the strength when I couldn't be, and for pushing me to always do my best. This diploma is as much as yours as it is mine. And while I'm proud to cross the stage, I must honor my friend and mentor, Dave McGraw. Dave taught me that family is the only thing that truly matters, to avoid his mistakes, and that this life is, in many ways, an engineered system. The way to succeed is to find the exploits. Play by the rules that they set up, and find a path to optimization others have missed. Dave, I kept my word. I graduated. It should get easier now. We are graduating into a world that is becoming increasingly complex. Every path, every project, and every goal will eventually face a setback. That is the nature of the game. The world isn't looking for people who can follow a script. It is looking for people who can stay calm when the environment is failing, and who have the grit to rebuild when everything goes offline. So, here is my question for you as we walk across this stage. What are you going to do when your plan fails? Because it will. Life doesn't offer a guarantee of smooth sailings. You will hit an obstacle that feels like a total collapse. But you are not the failure. You are the architect who decides what happens next. Understand this. Quitting is a choice, and it's the only one I refuse to make. I challenge you to make the same vow. Don't settle for just getting by when you can be redefining what is possible. Don't settle for good enough when you were built to be exceptional. We aren't just graduates of Keyin, we are architects of the future. To my fellow graduates, congratulations to every single one of you. Your hard work, your late nights, and your unwavering dedication have brought you to this moment, and you should be incredibly proud of what we have achieved together. Take that discipline you have forged here and use it to build something that lasts. When your life hits a wall, don't just endure it, master it. Don't go back to who you are, become who you're capable of being. Thank you.
Thank you, Chad, for such a heartfelt and memorable address. Thank you very much. All right, we now move to a moment that so many of you have worked so hard for. It's the presentation of diplomas. I'm going to invite each program's instructor as we go through the names to join us at the front to help present the diplomas to their students. As your name is called, please make your way to the stage. So, Eric Sams and Krista. I'll just get to it first. Over on the, just in front of the thing there. From the Information Systems Specialist Program, Chad Keogh. From the Business Administration Program, oh, sorry, get the instructor. Craig, I got to get you to come up. I was forgetting to bring the instructor up. There you go. From the Business Administration Program, Paula French. You didn't give your camera to anybody, Chris? What? Okay, there you go. Okay. From the Accounting and Payroll Administrator Program, Susan Fitzpatrick. From the Accounting, Payroll, and Business Administration Program, David Morris. From the Child and Youth Care Worker with Addiction Support Program, I'll get Sharon Bennett Cormier to come up. Sharon is the instructor in that program. Crystal Barron. Brooklyn Barter. Haley Hobbs. Elena Gesso. Kelsey Moyles. Rose Young. I'm going to ask Jacqueline Sims and Janice Brennan to come up. They're the instructors in the personal care attendant program. Ikiola and Yanwu. Michelle Fleming. Cynthia Owuzuligbu. Preeti. Jorika Pandey. Vanessa Tacho. From the personal care attendant cohort 64 group, Vivian Akitiwa. Abigail Fleming. Cynthia Opanachi. Benedicta Onanogo. Adajoka Olatinwa. Amy Roses. Thank you. So congratulations to all our graduates. Before we close today's ceremony, we'd like to take a moment to recognize a few individuals whose achievements stood out over the course of their program. So I'm going to call Craig Saunders to come up. So Keyin offers an Academic Excellence Award. This award is presented to the student who has demonstrated exceptional academic performance, standing out as a top achiever among their peers. This honor recognizes not only outstanding grades, but also a consistent display of dedication, perseverance, and excellence in education. It celebrates the recipient's commitment to learning and serves as a symbol of their hard work and intellectual growth. The award this year in the Accounting, Payroll, and Business Administration program goes to David Morris. Congratulations, David. I'd also like to mention we do have a student in our business administration program who couldn't be here today due to work commitments. She's been hired by Keyin in the central area. So Joey Maloney, who was playing guitar earlier, is her boss in Grand Falls, so he wouldn't give her the day off, right? Just kidding, Joey. So Camilla Pinera, who couldn't make it today, but she did get the Academic Excellence Award for Business Administration. So Joey won't get you to accept it, but we'll give you that to bring back to Camilla. Okay. Good. Yeah. Which one? Hmm? Which one? Oh, no, that one's going to be. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that one now. You're jumping ahead of me, Craig. You jumped ahead of my my awards. Craig will also step and I guess give the award, the industry award. This award is presented to graduates who exemplify the essential qualities required to succeed and thrive in their chosen industries. The recipient consistently demonstrates exceptional academic achievement, strong communication and teamwork skills, critical thinking, and a high level of professionalism. Their commitment is further reflected through outstanding attendance and a dedicated approach to their learning journey. The recipient of the Industry Award from the Accounting and Payroll Administrator Program, Susan Fitzpatrick. And I would like for Eric Sams to come forward. So staying with the industry award, again, it's an award presented to graduates who exemplify the essential qualities required to succeed and thrive in their chosen industries. The recipient consistently demonstrates exceptional academic achievement, strong communication and teamwork skills, critical thinking, and a high level of professionalism. Their commitment is further reflected through outstanding attendance and a dedicated approach to their learning journey. And I believe this individual who spoke to you earlier didn't miss a day as well. From the Information Systems Specialist Program, Chad Keogh. So I just wanted to mention in terms of awards too, for the provincial programs, a lot of those awards will be awarded at the St. John's graduation in a couple of weeks' time for any of the provincial programs. And they will, like I said, some of our students, one of the nice things now with being a sort of the hybrid model in terms of students being online, it opens up a reach where we have students from all across the province doing our programs. So congratulations to everyone. I would like to call Sharon Bennett Cormier, who is the Child and Youth Care Worker Instructor. And I think, Sharon, you'd like to come up and say a couple of words in terms of the Hard Hat Award.
Okay, this is going to be short. because the meal is coming. As everyone else that got up here today, I just want to say, extend my huge congratulations to all the graduates, especially, if I'm allowed to say, my beautiful child and youth care worker programs, our students, because they are the last of us in terms of a different structure of our program going forward. Throughout the day, we've been here celebrating successes, talents, and accomplishments that each and every one of you expressed and achieved in your own special and very unique ways. I'm here, as Andre said, to present the final award of the evening, and he already announced it as the Hard Hat Award. This award represents student engagement, continued dedication, respect for all aspects of the program, along with perseverance, positive attitude, even when times were very challenging. This year, this award is presented to Elena Gesso.
So in closing, and everybody's excited to get a meal. I know everybody's probably hungry and skipped dinner because they thought the meal would be a little earlier. So as we come to the close of today's celebration, I'd like to take a moment to reflect on what this ceremony truly represents. Today is more than a formality, it's a milestone. It marks the end of one chapter and the exciting beginning of another. For each of the graduates, this journey has taken dedication, resilience, and no small amount of courage. You've studied hard, pushed through challenges, and adapted in ways no textbook could fully prepare you for. To the faculty and staff of Keyin College, thank you. Your commitment to success and your encouragement have shaped futures and made a lasting impact. I'd also like to extend a special thank you to the partners who helped make today possible. To the Santa Maria Club, and in particular, Bob Miller and his staff, thank you for hosting us and for all the work you did behind the scenes to make this day possible. Thank you. To Jennifer Snook and her staff, thank you for preparing the wonderful meal we're about to enjoy in a little bit. Krista Hall, Campus Administrator, thank you for decorating so beautifully for today's graduation and for everything you do for our students day in and day out. Thank you. Joey Maloney. Joey's the director of our Central Campus for the beautiful music during the ceremony. Thank you, and I'm going to have you come up now in a minute again. Blair Connolly for attending our ceremony on behalf of Keyin College. Thank you. For family and friends who have traveled to attend our ceremony, thank you. And to the graduates, you did it. Whether your next step take you further into your career, onto more education, or into new and unknown territory, carry forward the skills and values you've developed here. Let your curiosity stay sharp, your compassion stay strong, and your courage remain constant. As we close today's ceremony, I encourage you to celebrate fully, walk confidently, and dream boldly. Your story is only just beginning, and the world is waiting for what you have to offer. On behalf of all of us at Keyin College, congratulations to the class of 2026. We are proud of you. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your celebration. And I'm going to get, before we do our cap toss, which I'll have all the graduates in a few minutes stand up and turn around and if anybody wants to get a picture, they can, and we're going to fire the hats. I don't know if you'll find your hats after, but just grab a hat because you get to take the hat. And I get Joey now is going to play a song before we get the graduates to stand.
Check. Everybody hear me okay? All right. Thanks, Andre, for inviting me out. As Andre mentioned, I look after the Grand Falls, Windsor, and Gander campus. I had the honor of doing our grad a couple weeks ago, and I played this song. It's by the Goo Goo Dolls. It's called Name. I played it as you guys were walking in, and I do know more than one song, but it's a separate tuning, and I got to keep it in that, okay? So we'll remember your name at Keyin, and we hope you remember ours as well. And even though the moment passed me by, I still can't turn away. 'Cause all the dreams you never thought you'd lose get tossed along the way. And letters that you never meant to send get lost or thrown away. Now we grown up orphans, never knew their names. We don't belong to no one, that's a shame. And you can hide beside me, maybe for a while, and I won't tell no one your name. I won't tell them your name. I won't tell them your name. The scars are souvenirs you never lose. The past is never far. And did you lose yourself somewhere out there? Did you get to be a star? And don't it make you sad to know that life is more than who we are? We grew up way too fast. Now there's nothing to believe. Reruns all become our history. A tired song keeps playing on a tired radio. And I won't tell no one your name. I won't tell them your name. I won't tell them your name. Yeah, I won't tell them your name. I think about you all the time. Well, I don't need the same. So lonely where you are, come back down, and I won't tell them your name. Thank you.
So I'm going to get all the graduates to, or well, before we stand up, and just so you know, the meal is being served downstairs. So when you get the pictures done and you bring the gowns back to Krista in the back, it's just down over the stairs here for the meal. So I will get all the grads to stand up. And what we're going to do is we're going to count to 3. You're going to watch out, Blair, in the third row, as you could get hit here. So on the count of 3, I want everybody to take their hat and fire it in the air. And if anybody wants to get a picture, 1. I should go 3, 2, 1, right? 3. We'll start at the end. 3, 2, 1. Congratulations, everyone.